fat cells, nuclei on the edges. Here. That's what it looks like, the adipocytes, fat cells there.
The white part is the adipocyte.
Well, the white circular thing is a cell called the adipocyte,
Okay.
and inside of it is where the fat is. In this case, it's empty, that's why it's white, not yellow.
So where's the nucleus?
On the edges, this is right here.
The edges are the nucleus?
The dark spots on the edges, those dark blotches. One by one.
And where's the collagen fibers of it?
Those are something you can't see. They're more from the ring of the cell membrane. Those you won't see as much.
Cell won't be on the-
Right, basically what I said.
So the histology book will have this stuff broken down?
Yes, it's all, these are, yeah, the book is very good for really to get you through this stuff. This is areolar. Showing you, these are fibroblasts, these cells. The thickish band in the background, these are collagen fibers. Those things. And the thin dark ones are your elastic fibers. As you can tell, thin is elastic, more background is thicker is collagen fibers. And you can see the space in there. That's areola. All looks the same exact way. Right, this is skin, and these are hair follicles. This is the dense irregular CT of the dermis. These are your sebaceous glands. All look like honeycomb, those things. So this kind of look. There's always like here. There's always your sebaceous glands. This is a muscle. This muscle right here. This is your arrectopili muscle coming down to the hair follicle. Okay. Again, dense irregular CT. These right here are also sweat glands. The snails, these things. So this is cardiac muscle. See, these are your cells. These are your striations. Striations, right? Striations. These are the nuclei, and these big dark dots things are your disc. The intercalated disc right here. Disc, 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 disc. These are striations. So the discs are thicker than striations, basically. So you see this kind of thing, this is always cardiac, always your cardiac muscle tissue looks that way. This one you should know already, compact bone, right? This is not new to you, is it? Is it? No. Okay, all right, so bone, what it looks like. With your back here. So ostia is here. Here it's central canal is here, central canal. These are your caniculi. This is a Bozeman canal across from one ostium to another. Okay.
Show where the lamella is?
Lamella are the range of bones. So is one lamella. Another. And lacuna, of course. Lacuna, these dark spots, which contain the osteocytes inside of them. Questions on this one? before I flip. Okay, we're good. Another compact bone. Same thing. Again, trying to really show you the Boltzmann Canal. This bridge across osteophyllum right here.
Central Mass?
No, Boltzmann.
Wait, what was the thing?
What's it called?
Remember Boltzmann Canal? Perforated canals. They join the canals together. Not on your list?
No. How do you spell that?
Volks. Boltzmann.
The big connection.
Yes, if this is one canal right here, it joins them together like that. So it's another canal.
So what about the connectivus?
Canaliculi are these things. The hash marks.
The really light one?
Yeah, these. There's like lines, those tiny canals. What else is on that bone part? That was it. Next, we have your dense regular CT. You can tell because of how the fibers run. These are fibers, collagen fibers are arranged in parallel, running this way. That's dense regular CT there. With your fibroblast, you know your fibroblasts, these cells right here, these nuclei, or cells. And these are rest of them are collagen fibers. Dense regular. Go to same dense regular.
I don't see it anywhere.
It's right under 12.
And so this is dense irregular. Where we're using again the skin to show that. So this is right. This is dense irregular. In the skin dermis. And up top, this is the skin as well. So this part is dermis. This part here is epidermis.
All of the dark areas?
Yes, with your basale, spinosum, granulosum up here, light lucidum, not the skin of it, this is corneum. No lucidum here because this is thin skin.
Wait, so what are the collagen fibers on this one?
All those quiglets, these are fibers.
And then the
Fibroblasts, right here, fibroblasts. See those dark things?
I'm sorry, what was that top, the dark layer again?
Epidermis and dermis.
so then the fibroblasts are just the really small dark
Dots, yeah. Blue cells. Next is your elastic cartilage. All right, you can see here. This right here is perichondrium. Perichondrium. These are lacunae with chondrocytes, and the dark stuff is the elastic fibers of the elastic cartilage. This one is an easy tell. It's like a web-like thing
And what's that?
with lacunae. So lacunae are webbed in by your elastic fibers to form your elastic cartilage.
So this whole lab test is all histology?
Yes.
Oh, great.
So that was elastic cartilage. Compare this one to, this is elastic CT, not the same thing. All right, this is the CT, where you have elastic fibers packed together in parallel. Okay, this is actually your aorta. We have lumen is here. This is the tunica media of the aorta. We have a bunch of fibers just packed together like that.
Which one are the collagen fibers?
That one is in there, but it's not obvious. So just worry about, we're going to focus more so on these squigglies,
Which is the,
elastic fibers.
so not the collagen fibers?
No. This is fiber cartilage coming out. So under here, you can see fibers, the fibers, and these are lacunae with chondrocytes, and there's no obvious perichondrium. That's the hallmark of a fiber cartilage. No border to it, okay? Just fibers and lacuna. Another fiber cartilage, same thing. Fibers, lacuna, no perichondrium. This is the hair follicle. All right, so hair follicle out here. These are the root sheath. This is the hair bulb here. This is the hair papilla. Here is the hair matrix. This is the hair strand in the follicle. Same here. Hair bulb, papilla, matrix, hair follicle. Sorry, hair strand growing in the hair follicle.
Cortex?
The cortex is in, medulla is in the very center. Right around here on the edge of it is cortex. Down in the middle of the thing.
Is
So,
it cuticle?
cuticle is in the very edge. That was hard to tell on this one here, actually. A bit more on the edge out here. That little white thing, cuticle.
And the epithelial root sheath?
Root sheaths are these things. They're part of the wall, the follicle.
And the connective root sheath?
More on the edge out here. But ET and CT. So CT will make this part up. So out here is the CT part. There's the ET part. These two are ET. As outer and inner root sheath. These are fat cells. Again, adipocytes.
Where was the medulla?
Medulla is all in the very center of the hair strand. This in the very center of it is medulla, and then around its cortex. Usually we use a cross-cut for that kind of assessment. So, but I couldn't find any cross-cuts. So I may not even ask the question because it's not really a good view of it. All right. One more. Okay. Let's see. Again, we did this one before. This is a good one. It's here. And here's a hair strand. Hair strand, yellow. Here is your sebaceous glands. These are sweat glands. There's coils, cut it, you see a bunch of circles there. Sweat glands there. And your erector pili muscle is where? Where do you think that is? That'll be right here, this muscle. So it's attached to the follicle. Okay. And this is dense irregular CT. This one's hiding cartilage. This one, you can see perichondrium. By the way, this is exactly what I think in trachea. See up here is your dense. This is your PSCC up here. But this part is cartilage right here. Perichondrium and lacuna with chondrocytes, but no obvious fibers in there. So it looks almost clear. That's the hallmark of high college. No obviously stained fibers inside the matrix, just cells and lacuna.
What are the chondrocytes in this one?
In the middle. So the space is lacuna. Whatever's inside of it is chondrocyte. All the cells inside the lacuna. Mitosis. There is non-keratinized stratified squamous ET. You can tell it. So from here out this way. So as long as the top layers have an intact nucleus, that means it has to be non-keratinized. And since they're squamous shaped, this is non-keratinized stratified squamous. Go back this way. ET. It's hard to see the cell membranes on here, but you can see they're more obvious up here towards the apical surface. Like that. This is PSCC. You can see the pseudo stratification of it. You have a bunch of nuclei at different heights, but they really all touch the bottom. Can't really tell, but they touch the bottom. These here are goblet cells. They make mucus that coats the surface, and your cilia on it. So tall columnar cells, you're ciliated, and you can pseudo stratified with goblet cells there. That's found in your respiratory tract. Next, we got reticular CT. This one, you see it. These are your reticular fibers. The black things are the fibers. And the red things are the cells. These are all cells suspended on fibers. Okay? Reticular CT. Next we have showing in sweat glands. Where did this one before? Again, sweat glands, sebaceous glands. Sweat glands again are here. Right here, sweat glands. Sebaceous glands, muscle. This is a simple columnar with microvilli. This is typical of your GI tract. You can see here's a cell. Cell. It's a simple columnar, one layer of cells, and the edge is microvilli. It's not cilia. It's like a what's called a brush border on the edge. And simple cuboidal would be this one. You can tell right here. One layer right there. Simple cuboidal. The kidney size. Simple squamous. This one's probably from the lung. Let's see. Yeah, this is not the lung. This is actually the lung alveoli, showing you simple squamous cells like that. One layer of cells, simple squamous flat cells. So gas can cause that. It's exchange, gas exchange in the lungs. Okay. Simple squamous, ET. Here is another one. This is skeletal muscle. See it? Long cells going that way. These are striations, and these are the multiple nuclei. Nucleus there, along with one cell.
It says muscle fibers.
Yeah, muscle fiber means cells.
Oh.
So the long things are called fibers. Cells are fibers, because they're long called fibers. And smooth muscle, this one, tell it. You can see there are no striations. These are the cell right here. Cell, cell, cell. Almost spindle-shaped cells, like so.
And the nucleus is the dark part?
Yes. Thick skin. This is thick skin. Showing you stratum basale, stratum spinosum, stratum granulosum. It's always tend a little dark. Right here, granulosum, dark stained part. This black part right here is lucidum. And then this thick part is corneum. So five strata. Again, basale or germinativum, spinosum. The granulosum layer is always slightly darkly stained. The light part is lucidum, and above it, this thick part is corneum. Thick skin. Here are soles of the feet. That compared to, again, this is thin skin. Let's see. Thin skin. No, thick skin again. This is thin skin. Here's thin skin. Again. Basale, spinosum. Right here is granulosum. The very edge of it. And above it here is corneum. There's no lucidum here. There's 4 layers. Basale, spinosum, granulosum, and corneum. Or thin skin. And of course, this is keratinized. That's why it's so thrashy up top. This one is transitional ET. All this is where we have these dome-shaped cells in layers coming back like that. So here's the lumen. This way you may have the urine right here. And as urine accumulates, these get a bit flatter and can push back a little bit, create space. Transitional epithelial tissue. All right, that's it. So, yeah.
Just one more quick question.